I thank you for working in this event, Lord, to bring these brothers here and bring us all together. We thank you, Lord, that we're under the banner of you, Lord, and your love, Lord, through your Savior, Jesus Christ, Lord. I thank you that you love us and you care for us, Lord, enough to give us your word and show us the way. Father, I pray that this program will be a continual reminder of your grace and your goodness in our lives, Lord. I thank you that your word says, if we know you, Lord, we will go on to do exploits. We will do great things. So I pray that these men continue to get to know you, to understand who you are, what you want for their lives. Father, I pray a blessing over these men, over their families, Lord. I pray for our outside guests, that you would return them safely back home, Father God, and continue to flourish everything they touch, God. And I just thank you that you even made this program, Lord, as a beacon of rehabilitation in this place, that it could be a model for every prison everywhere, Lord. So I pray that your hand be upon us, that you bless us and allow us to have a good time today, Lord. We thank you. We love you. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. I'm thankful for this program. I'm glad this program is here, has been here for me. I thank Coach JB for giving me like a space and a platform to keep God in the center of this program, because we know that Bill started this as like a Christian ministry. So I'm glad and I'm pleased that I can continue to keep Christ in the center, and this can be a call for God to be glorified through our gifts, through playing sports.
I'm gonna share a little bit with y'all about me, right? So with me, I've never really been comfortable in prison. Only on the basketball court have I found a space to where I could just be whoever I wanted to be. Sometimes it wasn't always good, but one thing that basketball has taught me, it's taught me to always work hard. It's always taught me to believe in somebody other than myself. It taught me to be able to rely on somebody else's theory over my own theory. And in doing so, I was able to build relationships with people that I probably would have never built these relationships with. And in prison, a lot of us know that you don't always get to face the best competition, because if you look down on that side of the yard, then it would probably be all white and Hispanic. And if you look down here, it's all black. So you never get to merge the two. But here, we're able to let down that barrier and come together. And what's so important about that is you get to learn more about people. You get to learn more about culture. You get to learn more about others' experiences. And the reason why I bring that up is because it was key in me transforming the way I viewed people and the way I viewed things. Playing basketball gave me a level of empathy for others that I didn't even know existed within me, solely just based on me being able to look at you and say, well, this person's experience in life could be 2 times as hard as mine, but yet they're still out here trying to compete and play. It's not a big deal whether he make the bucket or not. If you give him a pass, he's fine with that. If you set a pick for him, he's fine with that. So I say that to say in life, right, you can always assist somebody else. You can always give a pick for somebody else. You can always give a pass to somebody else. It's about being selfless. And that's just knowing that it's the right thing to do when you can put trust in the people around you. Like, I had a coach that told me that he didn't even view us as players. He viewed us as paintbrushes, each one different size, different color, and the court was his canvas. And when he put these brushes out here, and when we perfected his formula, then it was a beautiful portrait. He would always say that he would rather our score be higher than theirs, but that really didn't matter because the portrait could still be complete with a loss, because it was something that we could take away from it to build on. Without keeping y'all any longer, I want to bring up somebody that helped me build and continue to show faith and belief in me at a time when I didn't even know that I could associate with people and deal with people in the manner that I do. And that's Brian Acey.
I got a little emotional when everybody started coming in. I think I made it a point to hug each and every person in here. Everybody. Because without you guys, there's no me, right? I've been going through a lot these last couple of weeks. It's been extremely emotional, right? But the only thing keep me going is you guys, right? I see you guys all the time, and when I see y'all, oh, what's up, how you doing, right? that love keep me going. You know, for me, this is kind of coming to an end. This is something that I never seen coming. 83 years of life. I think I talk about it all the time. I talk about appreciating these small things, right? I always tell the guys that come in, think about these small things that you guys take for granted, right? Think about that. I would do anything for that, anything. And now I have a chance to get that, right? And how I'm gonna stay grounded, how I'm gonna stay in my, you know, the same things that I do in here, how I'm gonna do that, right? How I'm gonna do that is I surround myself with people who had these same goals and these same values, right? I made it a point to have people around me that's gonna tell me when I ain't doing right. Hey man, that ain't right, right? Because if you got people around you that ain't telling you when you're doing right, then you don't need them around you. If they're encouraging you to do something wrong, then they ain't your partners, right? I understand that we all come from certain backgrounds, certain upbringings, right? But we here for a reason. We here this is a perfect opportunity to go and look at some of these things that we've been burying and suppressing. I suppressed a lot of stuff. I mean, a lot of stuff. I had an opportunity over these years, once I arrived at San Quentin, to go in the backyard, dig some of this stuff up, and look at it. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. A lot of crying, a lot of everything, and figuring this stuff out. So I'd encourage you guys to do this, right? And another thing I want to encourage is we bring these formerly incarcerated dudes in, man. I done spent a lot of time with these dudes, man. And some of these dudes, if you'd have knew these dudes before, you think you bad now, right? Some of these dudes didn't walk the life, right? I want to encourage you guys to talk to these dudes. And I want to encourage the guys that come in to get at some of these dudes, man. We got a new generation here now. We got youngsters, man. We got youngsters here. We got here, everybody was lifers. Never thought we were going home, right? But now we got a new generation of guys that's reaching out for help. And with this program, you might not take a group, but you'll come to this program.
The reason why I brung Brian up is because he's gonna be leaving pretty soon. So we probably would have not gotten all of that. But it's important that we get to have that right there. It's important that we get Bam back. It's important that we get Thad up in here. Like, I don't know if y'all know Bam or Thad, right? But they played basketball here too, right? These are two of the former. Can I get everybody that was formerly incarcerated to stand up, please? So the reason why this is so powerful is because the brotherhoods that we've formulated with them, they're gonna last us a lifetime. Like for me, it's huge because I can still call these dudes, man. Like I try not to, but I can call these dudes for money, I can call them for advice, I can call them for anything. And I've spent more time in prison with these dudes than I've spent with my actual family on the street. So it's real important to me when we say family that I stand on that. So when I try to give whatever I can give, and when I try to do what I can do, it's because I got people like JB, it's because I got people like Ray, it's because I got people like Jay, you know what I mean? I got all of these people that I can go to, and they give me advice, but they also be stern with me on certain stuff, like, nah, Ula, that's never gonna work. Like, why would you think that? You know what I mean? But this is what helps me go forward, because it was a time in my life where I didn't think that I had people that believed in me or trusted in me. But just the fact that I'm sitting up here talking to all y'all right now, like I understand that I have people that not only love me, but trust me and believe in me. So this is something that we pass on to everybody. Like once you part of this program, you part of this program forever. And I know nobody has ever been a part of anything like this that has evolved like this. Look at this, man. We get shoes, we get jerseys, we get support letters, we get community. We get people that take their weekends off and come up in here to fellowship with us. And all we got to do is play basketball. So When you think about the people who go above and beyond, Sadiq, Greg, Bot, Ishmael, I wouldn't be up here right now without Ish. Because at a time where I didn't want to play basketball, Ish convinced me to come back and play basketball. And I was kind of off track with that because we all have problems, right? So I'm not going to tell y'all that I don't have no problems. Even within the confines of prison, I still go through stuff. But when we rely on our family, right, then we get through it. So instead of me running away from my basketball family, he convinced me to run to my basketball family. And that's why I'm here. I also got like one of my big homies right there, Bishop. When I first came here, he took notice of me, like found out where I was from. You know, I'm from Riverside County. It's like, yeah, you know what I mean, come holler at me. I talked to him before. He was like, hey man, I see how you moving around here, you know what I mean, and they're gonna put you on the bus fast. Or you can come in this gym, they got all these little things going on, and you can get involved, right? Boo came to me and said, hey man, I got a team fully loaded. I want you to play. I ended up playing basketball for Boo. We ended up winning the championship. I ended up playing basketball for Bam. We ended up winning the championship. I ended up playing basketball with Thad. We ended up winning the championship. Won a lot of championships, right? Yeah. So, with that being said, I'll bring up somebody right now who's done so much for this program, man, and who inspired me still right now. Sadiq, can I get you to come up, please?
I never would have thought that I'd be doing this, be on the stage right now as the intramural commissioner. I never would have thought I'd be at San Quentin, playing for the San Quentin Warriors against outside people that come in here and volunteer their time on Saturdays. They can be anywhere, but they rather come in here and show us the love, the gratitude, the compassion. They see us as human. They don't see us as criminals. You know, these are people that believe in second chances. These are the people that believe in us. And I'm so thankful for that. I'd like to present these awards based on their performances in the intramural league. The paint game, the jump shot that can't fail, and then the cleaning of the glass seemed automatic. You played beyond the mind's ability of comprehension. Therefore, in the recognition of this award, the San Quentin Basketball Intramural League honored Tyler Cooper. That's you. And for this last award, the most inspirational player. Inspiration comes from the pool of an abundant life that overflows into others. Your relentless, aggressive play impacted other teammates. Therefore, in recognition of this award, the San Quentin Basketball Intramural League honored LS.
That's right.
So with that, thank y'all for coming and enjoy the rest of the festivities.
So, I know I done held y'all a little too long, right? So we're gonna get into something else, man, and we're gonna show y'all what it's really about, man, here at San Quentin, man. So without further ado, roll the clip, please.
I see myself in these young men, and I can remember how I used to be.
It's a family. It's a family away from your home right now.
This is something that I did not have in terms of a positive family when I left society.
It just gives me hope, and I love to see the transformation of these young men.
For me, I've seen it tap into my purpose.
I am today a whole different person than what I was 17 years ago.
How I look?
As long as my eyes are in the right direction.
Got some moisture, you know what I mean?
The spiritual get that quadruple double. All right.
Banquet Warriors, on your feet, keep them hands clapping. field to make some noise out here.
The San Quentin Warriors is a team consisted of 12 to 14 inmates. It's a very highly competitive team by my standards. It's a team built on rehabilitation and also player development.
So every Saturday, a team will come down the hill to play the Warriors. Guys from the community, men from the community. Some of the guys have played professional basketball. Some of them will just pick up guys. And some of them, just want to come in and share time with the men.
We practice 2 times a week. We are working out every chance we can get. Every morning at 8:30, we have like a study group. I wasn't able to mandate it, but we came together, and if we're gonna play basketball and be a part of a team, then we should all be inclusive as far as with education also.
It's not just the basketball team, but also the media center as well.
So how excited are you about this year's season with this 6
Well, now that we got this, I knew we had to get this one today.
All I know, I need my push-ups at the end of the day.
The media center at San Quentin entails everything from video, print, audio, everything basically that concerns media. And what it means to the sports program, the basketball sports program in particular, is that we are responsible for covering every event that the basketball program have, especially when there's a big other organization that's coming into the prison, like the Golden State Warriors.
This is incredibly important to me, to our organization. We'll be back soon. We'll beat you again, and we'll have some more fun. Thank you again, everyone.
Partnership between the Warriors and San Quentin has kind of a long and interesting background to it. About 12 or 13 years ago, one Saturday morning, went out and played basketball in San Quentin, had an unbelievable time and really enjoyed it, and decided I was gonna be going back for more whenever I could. And after about 2 years of doing that, I was talking to some friends with the team here on the coaching staff and the front office. And we said, what'd be great is if we all went and played together. And so we called the warden, said, would you guys be open to doing this? And they were like, absolutely. So we gathered around our coaches in front office and some of the players and said, anyone who wants to go can. We're gonna play against the inmates, and it absolutely exploded.
Drop off when you get it though. He goes all the way and count it. It's harder. Rip, turn around, Jay, put it up
So we had just an unbelievable connection. I think you learn a lot too about what your life is like and how it differs to other people. And I think that perspective was not lost on any of us from the first year. And then the great part is you hit the court and it becomes just basketball.
Basketball to me in here is a beacon.
We're trying to build men. We're trying to make better men. And we use basketball as kind of like the hook to get the guys, right? Most of the guys on the team, they won't go to a program, but they'll play basketball. So we use basketball as kind of like the catalyst to get everybody there. And then once we get them there, we try to feed them things that they can take with them to society and be better men.
It's about pro-social behavior for me. I left the streets and I was antisocial, which contributed to me coming to prison, the I didn't care attitude, and that's how I approached every situation in life. But coming to prison, and especially coming to San Quentin and being a part of the program, it's just given me an opportunity to be around other people who are positive, and it's a community sport. It's about team building.
It's a story of redemption for me. It's a chance for me to give back to some of the younger guys, to be a positive role model and influence them to go in the right direction. Maybe some of the directions that I missed along the way, I can give back to.
That just show you a little bit about what this is here in San Quentin with this basketball and the sports ministry, right? It's bigger than just a game in here to us. It's about life and it's about changing life. But here's something that's magnificent, right? So we got our keynote speaker is here.
What's up, everybody? What's going on? Y'all good? What's up, family? Man, I came here in 2014, and I remember that moment so clearly because I had never known what to expect. I got some members of my family who have been incarcerated and come out. I've seen things on TV at the time, but I'd never actually been in prison. When I came in here and sat here with y'all guys and talked to y'all back then, I got so much life advice from people in here. And you taught me a lot in that moment. And through my life so far, I'll tell you all the stories about my life eventually, but through my life, it's been a lot of ups and downs. And I've had those words in my head and in my heart through life's ups and downs, understanding that it's going to get better. There's something that, he told all the story of my life, and when you hear my story, you hear NBA champion, you hear I'm on TV now, but it's not, as y'all know, it's never that easy. It don't always just go like this. If you know my story, you know I was born and raised in Nigeria. I came here when I was 14, came to America. And when I got here, well, first off, I got to tell you about Nigeria so you understand where I came from. It's a third world country. People are struggling, dying every day. People living on $5 a month over there. The salary that people make is $30,000. To buy a bag of rice is $80,000. People are struggling in my country. In the middle of all that, I have a father who only went to high school. And my dad said, we got to do better than this. And he found a way. And he worked just to make sure I could get an education. I could go to school. I could be okay. And in the middle of all that, you still find a way to get in trouble. Like I was still trying to figure things out. I was young, like I was running around. And the way that kids would get caught up back in Nigeria is they would join gangs. And that's the thing that they try to get me to get away from. So they sent me to a whole nother country. They sent me to America. I was 14. And at the time, I didn't know no better. I didn't know nobody. I left my family. I moved to America. I'm here by myself. They put everything that they had to send me to America. So I'm here now. I'm the family's hope. I'm hoping that when I come out here, I could do something that I could be able to take care of my family back home. But I don't have no direction. Go to school, how am I going to do that? I don't know who to talk to. I don't know how to get anything. I don't have any money to pay for school. But you know what's funny, man? I had some family out here. I had an uncle who lived here. And my uncle, because we walk around every day, when we walk around, people ask me, how tall are you? Man, you play basketball? I had never played basketball before. Like I was a big old dude, talk about I was a soccer player. People see me, they start laughing, like, nah, bro, you need to play basketball. The story is supposed to go like this in my head. I pick up a basketball, I learn to play, I go to college, then maybe someday I might go to NBA, because I'm big. So the story starts like this. I go to practice the first day. I walk in the gym, they see me like, damn, we got a big dude? Oh, we good. And they give me a basketball for the first time. I'd never played. You gotta remember, I don't know how to dribble, shoot, nothing. So they gave me the basketball the first time and said, all right, you gotta shoot it. So I took the ball. Nobody taught me, I didn't know what to do. Boom, oh, they're like, man, stop playing. That's where I started, man. I didn't know how to do nothing on the court. They started looking at me like, yeah, stop playing. Like, they thought I was joking, but I didn't know anything about the game. I tried to dribble. I couldn't even move my foot properly to dribble, and I was uncoordinated. And, about a week of this, and the coach had enough. Like, dude, I can't take this anymore. I don't know what's going on, but you got to go. And, I love that part of my story because I started off telling y'all that I was lost. And I'm in a new country. Here I am thinking, maybe this might be my way of knowing people. Maybe this might be my way of figuring things out. And it didn't work out. So what am I going to do now? Because I don't have no options. I ran into this guy. And I guess his son had heard about me or something. So this guy came to me and he said, man, what's going on? And he said, saw me after school one day. And he actually went with the basketball coach. He went to the coach like, hey, man, you got a big kid over here. What y'all doing? He said, man, I tried. He said, what's the problem? Can he run? Coach said, yeah. Can he jump? Coach said, yeah. Then what's the problem? He said, man, this kid can't chew gum and walk at the same time. He said, can I have him? Coach said, do what you want. So my man, Keith Artister, brother, he came up to me and said, I got an AAU team, and we like to help young boys. I feel like we can help you. And this time, I don't know nobody here. I'm sitting here like, I can't be talking to people I don't know, especially when you're talking to me about traveling around. I don't know you. I see stuff on TV. I'm not dealing with that. And it just so happened when we did our, my folks had called in and tried to figure out who he was, and like, legit brother. All he wanted to do was help young black kids around the community. And he saw me and he took a liking to me. And he signed me up for his AAU team. The first game that we ever played in, he put me in this game with this team. They had tried to teach me, but there's a lot of things you just got to learn in the middle of the game. So I had to learn the hard way. Threw me in the middle of the game. Y'all want to know how I scored my first basket? So I didn't know that at halftime, y'all switch ends of the court. Y'all see where I'm going? I got a defensive rebound and I put it right back up. And here I am celebrating. I just scored my first basket, not knowing I scored for the other team. My teammates like, if you don't get this African dude off the court, what the hell? And by the way, even my voice changed over the years. At the time, I had a very strong accent. I can still talk like I'm Nigerian, but I've been here long enough and I do TV now to where I had to learn. That's where I started, man. I was confused. I didn't know what to do next. They laughing, kind of like how y'all laughing. But the reason why it's so dope for y'all to laugh now is because you know how the story go. But when you're a kid and you looking forward, you don't see nothing. All you see is like, damn, why am I different? Why is my story so different? Why is it so hard for me where everybody else figured it out at this age? They know what they do. I don't know what I'm doing. Am I going to go to school? What am I going to do next? And at that time when you start asking these questions, this is why it's so important for you to have somebody around you to put the arm around you. Keith Artister, my man, he came and put his arm around me. He said, man, if you keep working, man, I'm going to tell you right now, I can see it. You can't see it. I can see it. I'm like, man, what's this dude talking about, man? Because I can't see it. I don't know what you're talking about. I can't even make the basket in the right spot. Man, was he right, man. I had 2 years of grinding. And when I say grinding, I didn't have no wind. Trying to run a mile was crazy to me. Like a mile I had to run one block after one block. You know that thing that starts to hurt right here on the side when you run too much? That's two blocks and that junk started to hurt. And I had to work through that. I remember he got me a trainer. And this is a man I don't know, by the way. This is a man just just sent from God. This man got me a trainer. And my first workout with the trainer, about 20 minutes into the workout, I'm like, man, I gotta go. I lay down on the ground. I'm like, he said, what you doing? That was just a warm-up. This is how the story started, man. It's just these ups and downs. And I remember Keith, we were driving back from that workout, and he looked at me and he said, man, if you say you want to be good, you say you want to do what you want to do, then you got to work through those moments. That shit start to hurt, then you got to take one more step. You fall down on the ground, then you got to get up. You got to push yourself if you want to catch up to everybody else because you're that far behind everybody else. So I listened to those words. And every time I wanted to sit down, and sometimes I did, but those words got me right back up though because I was like, man, I got to do it. I got to figure it out. 2 years later, I can sit here and tell you guys stories all day long, but 2 years later, I'm one of the top 100 kids in the country, under 18. And it's crazy because those same schools that I was writing letters to, like, yo, can y'all give me some kind of financial aid? Can y'all get me in? They calling me now, like, hey, Fest, how you doing? Nah, man, you ain't returned my letter. What you want? Nah, I'm the guy. You know, and it's crazy how life works out that way. But even then, life is not straight up. I get to college, I was top 150 in the country. The school I chose, I went to Vanderbilt. Everybody there is top 100. So now I can't even get off the bench. I'm a practice player, that's all I do. I go practice. And so I had the conversation again with Keith. I said, what you want to do? You already came this far, what you gonna do? You gonna put the time in, you gonna work, or you just gonna go by the wayside? First 2 years, I couldn't get off the pine, 5 minutes a game. First year, I didn't play at all. Second year, I got 5 minutes a game. And I'm working through that. And at one point, I wanted to quit. So I go to the coach one day, I said, man, I can't, like, you cussing me out every day in practice. You only play me 5 minutes. What about everybody else is playing? He said the same thing to me that Keith said. I see it in you. You can't see it. I see it in you. So I'm going to keep being on you until you figure it out for yourself. And so when I heard that, I stopped complaining. I stopped complaining about life. When stuff started getting hard, I stopped complaining. Because that means God see it in me. So I started working. And I worked. Man, if I tell you I worked, and man, I was everything I could do, everything, boxing, what you want me to do? You want me to run? You want me to lift? You want me to, everything I could do. The whole 2 years, I was doing everything. Take me protein shake, I was super skinny. I couldn't bench, I don't even know. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do push-up. Pull-ups, I could not do a pull-up. I remember I went to the weight room one morning. I'm trying to work on this pull-up because I had to do the little assist thing where somebody spots you. I remember I was doing the pull-ups in the gym one day in college, and the women's coach, she had come up, she saw me working out, doing my own little cute thing over there with the glue spotted me, and she got over there to the pull-up, and she started banging them out. Bow, bow, bow. And I don't know, I think she started to mess with me, because she started doing one-arm pull-ups, and I was like, oh, what's going on, man? You know? But these are all motivation, right? You know, you see all these things around you, you see everybody else living good and working good, and you start wondering, why is my life not going the way it's supposed to go? But man, I'm telling y'all, if you stay consistent, if you keep working, you just never know. I remember my junior year, I'm team captain, I'm the guy. Like, now I earned the spot, like I'm the guy on the team. I remember they wrote an article on me on ESPN. It said, how did I get here? Because that's my question. Because just a few years ago, nobody knew who I was. I couldn't even play on the high school team. Now y'all talking about NBA? How did I get here? One day in practice, this is before my senior year. Now I'm the guy. Now I'm NBA prospect. All I gotta do is just, I don't even gotta play this year. I'm going to the NBA. We in practice one day. I'm trying to guard another guy on my team, contest the shot. I couldn't catch my foot. I'm like, yo, what's going on? I fell on the floor. I was looking around, and everything kind of felt like a dream. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, everybody ran over to me like, yo, what happened? I see the trainer come and grab my leg. And my leg, this part of my leg goes like this. I'm like, yo, it's like a dream. I don't even feel like, I don't feel the pain. Like, I can feel pain, but I don't feel nothing. I'm like, I see my coach crying, like, yo, like, I just remember, like, it started moving, like, they carry me, I go to the hospital, they're like, man, you might never play again. I'm just like, wait, what? What's happening? Like, what's going on? After the surgery, I remember I couldn't see my leg because they put a bunch of bandages all the way, I couldn't bend it. So the kids, they had to keep it in place. Man, he might never play again. I said, what? After all this? Y'all missed the part where I scored on my own basket. Y'all missed the part where I was trying to quit. Now you want to take it away from me? Nah, hell no. So I prayed, man. I prayed. I prayed to God. I prayed to, like I was praying, and I'm saying, just give me the strength. I can fight the battle, just give me the strength, man. And I fought, and I had to do my rehab. What's crazy about that is about 6 weeks to the day of my injury, I was like, screw this, I'm playing. They were like, what you talking about? I was like, I'm playing. I don't care, I'm playing. I couldn't even bend my leg properly. I was like, I'm going out there to play because we got to win. I didn't care about me. I just wanted to play. I went out there on the court. Crazy me, man. I wish I knew what I know now about back then. But I went out there and I scored 17 points. This is against Steph Curry's Davidson. And we win that game. I don't know how. And this gave me this faith, man, that if you have the mindset, like if you put the work in. Now I had to go do my rehab after that, and I figured out a way to get back on the court. And I played, but I had to play with this big old brace. I finished that year off. And towards the end of the year, I started to feel good enough where they took the brace off. And we went on to win a championship that year in college. And we beat Anthony Davis in Kentucky. And I'm sitting here like, I almost quit again. I almost quit again. So now I know the game. Now I understand now. I see what you're doing, God. I know what you do. Before something good happened, some crazy got to stand in the way that I got to fight through. Okay, I get the game now. I get it. So I get to the NBA. I'm drafted. First round, number 30th pick, Festus Ezell. I'm sitting there, I'm crying. I got my pops next to me. I'm like, man, y'all sent me out to America to be a doctor. Story changed, huh? I remember I was drafted to the Warriors. At the time, the Warriors were the worst team in the NBA. The worst team. Now, I'm not exaggerating. They just won, I think they won 16 games the year before. And I heard about these two guys. They're like, man, these guys can shoot. They can shoot? What you talking about? They're like, man, you ain't never seen shooters like this. I was like, no, I got a shooter in college that this dude can really go. They're like, nah, I don't care what you saw, you never seen this before. I said, what's the problem? Why we ain't heard about him? Well, one of them's young. He just got out last year, Klay Thompson. The other one, Steph Curry, man, this dude can shoot. And what's the problem? Well, he been hurt for 3 years. He been hurt. He got an ankle. He got something, every time something, he can't get on the court. So I remember my first day of practice. I get to practice, and the thing that had got me here, I told you guys, it was work. My thing is, I got to catch up to everybody else who's in front of me. So I got to figure out a way to work. So we got practice at 11. I got to get there at 7. I'm going to get my work in. When they show up at 9, 10, I done got my work out of the shower acting like I just got there with them. So now we can work together. Every day I keep doing that, eventually I'm going to pass them. That's the way I'm thinking. So I get to the gym, first day of practice, 7 a.m. Ooh, I remember the feeling. I heard the ball bouncing. I'm like, who got in there before me? I walk in the gym. Steph is drenched. This dude just got done with his whole workout. I'm like, what's up, man? What's up? First conversation. In the course of this conversation, I heard, man, I want to be great. I said, what? I want to be great. I'm like, all right. Damn, this is my teammate? You want to be better than me? All right, you want to be great too? All right, be good. Then I meet Draymond. Draymond, man, this practice is never quiet with that man around. Oh, man, that's one dude. And Draymond got picked 35 or 33. I don't remember, 30-something. I was number 30. Draymond had something to prove every day. They say he's too small, he was too fat, he can't guard nobody, can't play no position. Steph said he wanted to be great. Draymond. Okay, now I meet Klay. All he was a shooter. He can't guard anybody. He can't guard people who are dead. I said, damn, how we gonna win? We got a guy who ain't never played. We got a guy who's too fat. We got another guy who can't guard nobody. We gonna play? But we made a commitment the first day of practice. We said, what y'all want to do? Mark Jackson, one of the best speakers of all time. I said, what y'all want to do? This is what it looks like. You want to win a championship? These are how many games you got to win. This is how you got to look. These are the people you got to beat. And he challenged everybody. Festus, you got to figure out how to do this. You're a big man. You got to be the enforcer. You got to be the guy. Anybody come in here, knock him on the ass. Block everything. Dunk everything. Steph, you are our leader. I remember one day we're playing Sacramento Kings. And this time we're going against Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah was cooking, boy, because he was picked number 60. He got something to prove going against Steph. He was taking Steph ball. He had 21 at half. It was crazy. I was watching him make some shots. I'm like, God, what's going on? And I remember Mark Jackson said to Steph at halftime, he said, you are the leader of this team. I am willing to lose this game based off of the fact that you decide to go back Isaiah, because we only go as you go. Steph said, what? Bet. Confidence. He said, Steph and Clay are the best shooting backcourt in the history of the NBA. Y'all said it too. You're like, what? Reggie Miller? Ray Allen? Nah, you are tripping, dog. Even us in the locker room were like, damn. But what's crazy is sometimes you gotta believe before you see it. Because are we going to question that now? Is Steph and Clay best shooters in the history of the game? No? Yeah? Best shooters in the history of the game. And so sometimes, for y'all, for me, I don't know what the future is. And sometimes it don't even look like it's anything. Because I can go back to that game against Isaiah. Steph cooked him in that second half. Like, Steph murked him. That was insane what Steph was able to do. But it's because he had somebody that told him that you can. And you give that to the right person, like Steph, somebody that want to work and want to be good and want the team to win, we get to the finals. And we're about to play against LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I'm like, man, I don't know if y'all ever, like, if you get to the playoffs, people watch the game and they just think about it like, when you play every day, you're supposed to feel good. You Steph Curry, average 30 a night. That's easy. But what y'all miss is the same thing we all have going on. One day you got a knee, one day you got a foot, your back hurt, but you still get 30. Every 30 is not the same. And when you get to the playoffs, everything, foot, knee, back, head, let's not even talk about what's going on at home. Wife, kids. Basketball is a metaphor for life. You got to go play the championship game, but I got stuff going on. I got to go to this meeting, but I just lost a bunch of money. I don't have the confidence to come out here and speak to y'all, to tell y'all to invest in me. Or I got to go do something. Like, what is it that you're trying to accomplish? But you got something else pulling you down, but you still got to go do the thing. You're here at the championship game. It's the thing that you've been working your whole life for. But it don't just come when you're fresh and when you're free. It comes at a time where you got to really show that you want that thing. And man, that was the hardest 6 games of my life, man. Every game. And LeBron James is everything what y'all think he is. He is incredible. It seemed like when you get to the playoffs, he jump higher and run faster. I'm like, man, what's going on? We tired, you running faster. Getting stronger, you know? And man, he's incredible. But we get on, I remember game 6, before game 6, we threw the whole kitchen sink at him. There's a quote that I heard a long time ago. It says, it's amazing what can be accomplished when nobody cares who gets the glory. Because Andrew Bogut was our starting center. But Steve Kerr said, I'm gonna bench you, I'm gonna start Iguodala, and Festus is gonna be the first one off the bench. We gotta do what we gotta do. We're trying to go win. And I have a game. It's crazy. We go on and we win this championship game. And I'm standing here like, wait, we just won. Yo, we just won a championship, y'all. But I started to get scared because I'm like, man, am I dreaming? Because I just couldn't play in high school. Y'all told me I couldn't play back then. Now, championship game? And I was so scared. I couldn't fall asleep. I was so scared that if I were to go to sleep, I would wake up and this whole thing was a dream. So I stayed up the whole time. I'm like, man, I'm drunk as hell on Champagne Falls. I'm like, nah, I'm not going to sleep. I'm going to enjoy this whole championship run. And eventually I pass out. I passed out in my jersey. I didn't take my jersey off after the game. I went straight to wherever the party was at. Man, I woke up and it was not a dream, man. I'm an NBA champion. And that story is important. That story is important for everybody that feels like they can't do it. That story is important for everybody that made a misstep and made a mistake along the way, that scored in the wrong basket, that they told they couldn't do it. That story is important for everybody who out there sees a kid that needs some help. You don't know what that word is that you say to that one kid that changes their life. He came and grabbed me and told me, you're gonna be okay. If he didn't tell me at one of those times and I quit, then this story would be different. I wouldn't be here standing in front of y'all. You to live your own story, because your greatness is going to inspire other people. We just made history. We beat Michael Jordan's record. We broke it 73 games in a row, 73 games in the season. We just made history. We got reporters from all around the world like, Festus, what's it like, Festus? We cannot wait to get off this court, man. We ran to the locker room because we wanted to go see what Kobe did. Kobe is the guy that inspired every one of us. Kobe got hurt against us. When he tore his Achilles, remember I was the enforcer. Kobe drove in the lane a couple times. I had to touch him up. Jumped into me, pow, on the ground. I'm still right back up. Next time came right back. And Kobe tore his Achilles on one of those plays. And it's crazy because I'm sitting here like, damn, did I just hurt my idol? The dude that I used to watch and get ready for, when I had those questions in my mind, like, did I just hurt my idol? And Kobe said, when you see me in a fight with a bear, pray for the bear. That's how he attacked his Achilles. He was 35. I'm 34 right now and I'm retired. 35, you tore your Achilles, you say, I'm coming back. And he came back. I've never seen anybody play basketball like this. Your last game, they put you on a walker, you just trying to get up and down the court normally. Kobe has 63.
And it's this right here that lets you know how impactful our lives can be to other people. So we do have a true purpose, bro, and I think it's important for us to try to find our purpose in life and kind of use that to be service to other people. And it's said that if you let the universe be your guide, then you'll always succeed. So I think we on the road to success based on the fact that our universe is bringing people to us to inspire us to go harder in everything we do.
So this is the Max Romero Award. I don't know if you guys remember Max, but Max and where Brown at? Max and Brown used to play basketball all the time. And I remember when he first got here, he wanted to be part of something. And so he wasn't good enough to play basketball, but he was good enough to help us out. So his dedication that he put to this program is why we named this award after him. I don't know if you guys remember him, but he passed away. During the season, we were putting his jersey up just to remember him. So now we named the award after him. So this is the first time this award is being passed out. It's a certificate of appreciation for the following award. And this award says, your dedication as the current equipment manager for the San Quentin basketball program is truly appreciated. Therefore, on the behalf of this program, we say thank you for your commitment. So this award goes to Ray.
A lot of the work we do here all the time is a joint effort, and some of it, quite a bit of it, is done by Ishmael. And he's done a lot of work for this program and setting up the awards, setting up things with Bot, and we're just hoping he might step up here a minute and give us some of the appreciation for all his efforts.
This program, right? So just don't take that for granted, please. I'm counting on making this year my last year of doing all this. You know, it has ran its course. I got to get out of here. I got to get out of prison, man, after 44 years. And I've dedicated a lot of time to this program. So with that being said, thank you.
We've been talking about basketball all night. I kind of want to deviate away from basketball for a minute and talk about family. So this year, November 1st, I lost my grandmother. She passed away. 2 weeks after that, at her services, or after her services, my mom's sister passed away, which was my grandmother's daughter. 2 weeks after that, I lost my mother. I was feeling hopeless. I was in a cell feeling sorry for myself, questioning God's motives. But these guys up here reminded me that I had a family inside of here. And for that, I will never forget none of you guys, and I love you. The season that we had was a testament of that love that we have for one another, the bond that we builded, the sweat, the practices, the proving people wrong that thought we couldn't be a cohesive group. We accomplished that. In my heart, we will always be a cohesive group. So with that said, I want to say once again, I love you and thank you for a very successful season.
This group has supported each other through practices and lots of hard times, and we had quite a few people lose some family members over the season, and we've kept it together. We got a few awards today for some of the people's effort, but none of it's possible with all these guys together. And without them lifting each other up and showing up for practice, I don't think none of it really would have happened. Ryan was a big part of this team, and he paroled recently, and you know, he was quite the character. Some of these guys, Delvey and some of the other ones, they would show up at times in the middle of the night and be, you know, they come up talking X's and O's, but really they wanted to talk about life. And, you know, oftentimes you extrapolate things from those conversations after the people are gone. And today we want to appreciate Ryan and Mr. Strickland, step up here. Mr. Strickland has been, you know, he's had his growing pains, but he's been the leading scorer on this team for a while. And he's one of the co-MVPs. Mr. Cooper. Mr. Cooper has been a pillar on this team, and his great attitude and support of everyone, and cleaning up everyone's mistakes at that rim. JR, Mr. Darnell Pimpton. Mr. Pimpton has probably been our best defensive player over the time he's been here. He might be the smallest guy out there, but he surprises us quite often. And then Mr. LS. Thanks for all your inspiration and your encouragement on the bench. There's a lot of things LS does on the bench people don't notice. He holds people accountable, and he keeps us all inspired. Thanks for everybody's effort. None of it's possible without all these guys.
Hey, so now we'd like to bring up the San Quentin Kings for their awards. Kings, let's make it to the podium.
Pound for pound, is not a player here, right, that can match this young brother's intensity on the basketball court. So during this 2023 season, my most valuable player goes to Rob. these next 3 awards, I couldn't just give one away without the other 2, because all 3 of these players played great defense. They hustled, even though they're a pain in the butt, right? It's not easy. You know, a person thinks it's easy coaching, and it's not. But however, the first one for the 94 Feet Hustle Award, Player Award, one goes to Pookie. The next one, as soon as his injury healed, I hope he can do something on the court, because right now, boy, he just in the way. So this next one goes to Jamal Harris. Last but not least, if this young brother would ever get up out of his feelings and play basketball, he's the best defensive player that's here. Run down this cat got, man, it's incredible what this young brother can do on the court, right? However, so my 3rd award goes to the 94 Feet Hustle Player Award, goes to Brian Underwood. Last but not least, yes, inspiration comes from a pool of an abundant life that overflows into others. Despite the circumstance of whether you played or not, your determination to improve made an impact on other teammates. Therefore, on behalf of the San Quentin Kings basketball team, you have been given the Most Inspirational Player Award. This goes to young Bobby. So, to save time, so I'm going to present this Community Service Award. For the past 8 years, you served us to the best of your ability. We want to acknowledge you for your unconditional support and dedication to the basketball program. Though this journey hasn't been smooth sailing, the end has finally come for us to say thank you and good luck on your journey. Therefore, in recognition of this award, the San Quentin basketball program are honored to present to you the General Manager Service Award of the decade from 2015 to 2023, Brian Aston. Now, for sure, last but not least, I told this person 2 or 3 times, if it wasn't for his vision, right, and his belief in us, we wouldn't have this program. So this award goes to, year in and year out, no matter what, you always find time to sacrifice your energy and personal life to help ensure our program remains successful. Therefore, in recognition of this award, the San Quentin basketball program are honored to present to you the Community Service Award today, February 24th, 2024. This goes to Bill Epling.
I just wanted to thank you for the award. Really appreciate it. I'd have to tell you that this this thing is really, I can only express my gratitude today that this program's had such a big impact in my life. And I just, occasionally it can be frustrating when you're trying to deal with the administration or deal with some of the headaches it takes to make it happen. But I've never come out of this place after experiencing time with you guys with anything other than the warmest feelings I could have, that it's really been just a great experience for me. I want to thank all you guys for what you give back to us. Thank the administration for what they've done. Thanks all the other people like Festus and the Golden State Warriors and people who've just, the other beige card holders, Free, and others, that they are the ones that make this program. I really can come in and organize, but without my players, we wouldn't be able to represent the way we do do. So we have several of them in the room today, and I just have just an overwhelming sense of gratitude for everybody who's been involved with that. We've been doing this for a long time. I think I've been in charge of the green team basketball for about 22 years, and I've seen a lot of growth. We've built the Kings up starting about 2011. We've had the Warriors coming in since 2012, and it's just been an amazing experience. And we lost maybe a step with COVID, but I'm looking forward to what we can do as we build this back up to hopefully we can have 2 games every Saturday during the season. We're trying to recruit some new teams in from the outside, get some colleges maybe to come in. We haven't done that for quite a while. And, you know, I don't know if you guys know, but Don and his group, we've started doing this in some other prisons around the system. And we're really starting to get some traction there. So it's really a great feeling. And, you know, I think there's a lot of things we can do to keep making this thing better. I know JB, you know, we've had such growth under him as a coach and some of the things he's doing with his program and 94 feet, and it's really encouraging me to see the growth of everything. So, you know, one of the things I might add, that one of the biggest changes I've seen in the years I've been coming in with is for the first 10 years or so, we were playing against the same guys every year because nobody ever got out of this place. But things have changed, and we brought about 9 or 10 guys back in with us today, program alums who are coming back in and wanted to encourage you guys. But seeing the fact that they're letting you guys who are working so hard at rehabilitation get a second chance. So excited that Brian's getting out of here. So excited about the guys who've gotten out over just the last year. If we'd have done this, we would have had JB in here and Isaiah and others and MD. And just seen these guys on the outside, and it's just so encouraging to see the personal growth that you guys are going through and how well you're doing when you get out. You know, you're working, you're great parts of the community, reuniting with your families, and that's why I do what I do. It's very encouraging. We come in here to serve you guys, and we end up getting so much more back, and I just couldn't thank you as much. You know, this is a ministry for us. Our motto is take something we love to do and do it for the Lord, and you guys give so much back to us. I just can't thank you enough. God bless you all.
The main reason why I wanted to start a program here, because when I first got here in 2003, there wasn't a basketball program. They had the basketball, they had the tennis, they had the soccer, but the basketball program wasn't receiving any kind of support. So I knew there were some basketball players here. I had just left Solano and then got here in 2003. So that was the main reason, because it really wasn't a program here, and somebody needed to, you know, put in the work and get it going. So that's how that happened. It would have gave me a support group, people who I could confide in, people who could offer me some advice, give me some direction, you know, show me a different side of life as opposed to what I was used to. Probably would have been motivating, encouraging, and would have created some different qualities in me. One of the main things that I got from this program in starting it was because I knew that there was a need for a basketball program. I mean, there wasn't even a basketball court. We didn't have basketballs, you know. We didn't have any outside support, but nobody trying to do nothing for it. So being determined to get something off the ground has helped me a lot, even in my success in the free world right now. Because it was a little difficult coming right out of San Quentin, paroling to Sacramento, a place where I had never been before, didn't know anybody, didn't nobody know me, so I didn't even know how to get around. But I was determined to do something with my life, because San Quentin gave me another chance. All the stuff that I learned here, I had basically accumulated a couple of degrees here. I had developed some work skills working in PIA for 7 years. I had developed some social skills, dealt with my anger, so I was, you know, a little more emotional, stable. And then I had some direction, you know, and a lot of encouragement and support from people who said that, you know, you can do it, you know. So, but determination, that was the key for me.
My name is Thaddeus Fleeton. I was at Quentin for 9 years. My total time, 32 years. The basketball program here at San Quentin has helped me stay grounded, guided, focused on a positive path. And all the opportunities that have come before me, I feel that coming back is not even an option. I'm pushing forward in a positive manner. It's there for us to come out there and strive.